It's time for another episode of Hops and Hedges, where we talk about beer, landscaping, and everything in between. Season 1 is proudly sponsored by ext.tech, helping you grow and revolutionize your landscaping business. Now crack open a cold one, and let's dig in. There you go. We are now recording. With me today is Jennifer J. from the Joy of Gardening out of Thamesford, Ontario. Jennifer, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. It's been a nice warm week,
It has been.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. We were just talking before we started recording that I actually don't know you personally. We have never met before.
Nope.
And I actually, so I work in Wortley Village for another subcontractor of mine, another designer.
Okay.
And I was walking to my car, I passed a yard sign that you have in a front yard of a beautiful garden that I guess you've designed and installed.
Yes.
And there was a QR code on it.
Yes.
And it was so easy for me to just walk by and take my phone out and snap a picture and look you up. And that marketing, I think, is so clever.
It's pretty easy. It's pretty slick, I'll say. Yeah. My
Very
brother
slick.
came up with it for me, and so it's on my business card.
I
And
love that.
it goes to the website and not Facebook, so people don't get like Facebook lost. And
right.
Yeah.
That is awesome. And so your company is called The Joy of Gardening, and
Yes.
I totally thought your name was Joy.
I've been getting that a lot. I realize, whoops. But my middle name's Joy, so that's.
And you look like a Joy.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Yeah,
My mom
in a good
wanted
way.
to name me Joy, but Jennifer won out, as did many other Jennifers
I got
of my
that.
time.
Yep.
Yeah.
My middle name is May. And so I actually, like on Facebook, I'm Heather May.
Okay.
I do a lot of acting and theater, and so my stage name is Heather May. But
yes.
it's not actually my full name. So I totally get that. I totally get that.
Yeah.
And something that I thought was really interesting from your the pre-interview questionnaire that I send out is that you started your business this year.
Yes.
So like in 2024?
Officially, yes. Like I quit my full-time job in 2023 but I quit like in June to give it a go. So I had a little bit of a start to it. But this year was my first full year where it was business. Business is my income. So we gave it a go finally after 20 years.
Oh my gosh, good for you. That is a huge and scary step.
Yes, it has been a learning curve. We'll say that.
Yeah. So can I ask, and if not, because I should have maybe asked you before, but what was your area, like what were you working in before you made the switch?
Well, I was in a greenhouse actually. So after high school, like in 20 years ago, I went to Fanshawe for landscape design. And I've been like in and out of the horticultural business, from garden centers to most recently greenhouses. So I was at a large greenhouse just south of Thamesford, near Tillsonburg area, and learning that end of it. So yeah, just a whole different aspect of how to grow a plant.
Wow. And it was the landscape design program?
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm actually wearing my landscape design Fanshawe.
I noticed that. Yeah. So
right
I was, class of 20, must have been 24 that I graduated. Yeah, if it's a 3-year pro. Yeah. Or not 24, 04.
Okay. I was like, wait a second.
No, class 04.
Class of 04. Okay. And I graduated in 2019. Wait, 16. 2016 I graduated.
Okay.
So same program. Yep. So was Shelley Stevenson then was there?
Oh yes, she wasn't the head of it when I was there. She was just, I won't say just a teacher. She was one of the main teachers in year 3 or so.
Yeah.
The coloring
and
teacher.
She never has her video on. So anytime you're doing a Zoom with her or a call with her, or class lectures, it's just a photo and she talks. But oh my gosh, what a character. And she's been an inspiration for me. So that's really cool that we've both had some of the same teachers.
She helped. Well, I mean, my schooling was before Zoom, and that she was teaching us Photoshop 7.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
way back when, and she helped get me one of my co-ops or jobs after school, I guess, at Aldershot. She had
Yep.
worked there for a while, and so they were hiring, so she sort of helped me get in. Yeah. So.
Very cool. And so
Mhm.
your company, The Joy of Gardening, you do design, installation, softscape, you do maintenance, as well as
Yeah.
companion gardening. So companion gardening is in edibles like vegetables and that type of companion planting?
Oh, you sort of kind of. Well, actually, companion garden. No, more like if you want to garden with me, I'll
Oh, I
garden
love
with you. So
that.
like, uh, yeah, someone just needs motivation and help while she's gardening. She wants to garden, and she just
She needs a
to
garden
have a
buddy.
set schedule. Yeah, a garden buddy. And I've done it
Yeah.
in the past before my official job. I've just people have hired me to come out. They have a huge garden. It's too much for them to tackle on their own. So, or they're getting older and they want to do it,
Yeah.
but they can't do it all. So
Oh,
I garden alongside them, which is actually really awesome.
that speaks to my heart. That's something
Yeah.
else that I also provide because it's just I've always thought, even before starting my business, that the joy of gardening,
Yeah.
right? There's
Yep.
your company name, but the joy of gardening shouldn't be um hoarded by
No,
contractors. There's
no.
certain projects where I understand that there's liabilities, right? There's
Right.
insurance and there's all this kind of stuff that we need to be careful about. But at the
Right.
same time, homeowners who want to be in their garden, why would we rob them of that?
Right. And if they just need a little bit of motivation or reassurance that they're doing it right,
Yeah,
or just help with the heavy lifting.
exactly. And if they want to
So,
hire a garden assistant for the day,
yeah,
that is totally doable.
right. Yeah, you
I
get more
love
than twice
that.
done because, yeah, it's just you're more motivated to keep going.
Yep. And oftentimes with gardening, I hear that, one person, or how do you say it? 1 + 1 = 3,
Exactly. Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
it's the one, like the homeowner plus a helper is the same as 3 people working in the garden because they
Yes.
know the space, they know what needs to be done, they already have that knowledge of the soil types and what they like and what they don't like. And then having somebody who's used to gardening and
Yes.
doing the physical work, and you
Yeah,
combine those
exactly.
2 people together, you can get so much more done than trying to do it on yourself or by
Exactly.
yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's
So I
fun.
have lots that I want to talk about. I think it's so
Yeah.
cool that we're both kind of working in the same area, Thamesford, London sort of area. We're both Fanshawe
Hmm.
graduates, which is super
Yes.
awesome.
Yeah.
So I do want to ask you though, before the other questions, is what are you drinking, if anything? Do you have a coffee with you now? I know you said you're a
I
coffee girl.
I am a coffee drinker. It's a little late, otherwise I would stay up. I'm actually discovered mushroom tea.
Okay, I've heard about this. So
Yeah,
tell
so
me
it's
about where you discovered it, where you found it. How did this come up?
as a coffee substitute because I do love coffee, but I
Yeah,
can't. It's not good for me to drink as much as I want to.
right.
So it's decaf free. It's got a roasted dark coffee like taste to it,
Okay.
but it's got a ton more health benefits. Don't ask me to list them.
Yeah,
But it's just a coffee substitute when it's 8 o'clock at night. You want to drink coffee, but it's not
without caffeine.
the time for caffeine, right?
Okay.
So
I've tried a
yeah,
couple and I couldn't name them either. I've heard there's tons of benefits. My
yeah.
dad's wife is actually from the Philippines.
Oh, okay.
And when she came to Canada, she was like, "Where's the mushroom teas and coffees? Like
Mm.
this is what she was missing." So she introduced us to a whole bunch of them. And a
Oh,
lot of
okay.
them are like a almost like an instant coffee pack, right? So like you pour it
Yes.
in, you add your milk if you want, and it's like an
Yeah.
instant coffee, but it's all mushroom and there's no caffeine.
Right. There are some brands that are the instant kind and the more popular, they have coffee added to them, but I was able to
Uh,
find a tea bag that
nice.
doesn't. And then they also mixed it with dandelion and caramel root. And so it just
Okay.
different flavors.
Yep.
It's pretty nice.
It's interesting you mentioned Dandelion, because uh, there was a time, as if it was, eons ago. No, it was quite recently, actually,
Mhm.
dealing with anxiety and having troubles
Oh yeah.
falling asleep.
Yeah.
And through some friends, I actually found this tea recipe, and we have
Mm,
like an Asian grocer here in London called United,
yes.
and they have a
Yep.
whole bunch of very raw, like dried flowers that you can make your own tea combinations
Oh,
at home.
that's good to know. Okay.
So I found this really great combination where it's dandelion fruit,
Mm-hmm.
which is something that I didn't even know you could find dehydrated and ready to go for a tea. But it's dandelion, jasmine, and chamomile.
Ooh,
And the three
nice.
of those together,
Yeah.
um, s- just I'm not a huge tea drinker, but I really, really like that combination.
Yeah. Well, and the dandelion root tea, like on its own, again, is a coffee replacement. People use it
Hmm.
because it's got tons of health benefits and then it's got a roasted, darker taste to it.
Yeah, so many benefits
So,
actually for eating, like everything, every part of the dandelion is edible, which is
yeah, which
crazy.
is crazy.
So I do have a beer. I haven't opened it yet.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm not gonna lie, we're interviewing a little bit later in the day, and I'm already one in,
That's all
right?
right.
So
And why
I'm
not?
gonna open this after our podcast, likely.
Okay.
But this is one I've had on the show before, Muskoka Brewery. They have a Drifter
Mm,
Nitro Hazy IPA, and I hope they keep making it because it's delicious.
nitro, as in it's got caffeine in it, or it's
I
just.
think, ooh, look at this. You're asking me a question I don't have the answer to. I'm gonna have to do some research now because I must know everything.
Well,
Uh,
usually nitro means like nitro energy, right?
and actually with beers and carbonated drinks, I don't want to say carbonated
Okay.
drinks, but a lot of beers, nitro has to do with how I think, I'm gonna sound stupid now because it's gonna be on the internet, but I think it has to do with how it's put in the can.
Oh,
And
okay.
I don't think it's it wouldn't be nitrous oxide because that's what they
I
do
hope
to
not.
give you at the dentist's office that makes you laugh a lot. I
Yeah,
know
that
because I've done it and it
nice.
does make you laugh a lot. So if
Mhm.
anybody out there who's listening to this, if you know of a beer that has nitrous oxide in it that makes you giggle, please let me know because
That would be fantastic.
that sounds like a really great podcast episode. I don't know if I need any help in that area, but that could be
Very neat.
really fun.
Right.
So you did mention though in your questionnaire that the Kicking Horse brand of coffee.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
is that the mushroom brand or is that just another brand of
No, that's
coffee?
just another coffee. That's I think they're out of BC and there's
Okay.
just a nice, I love the flavor of them.
Yeah.
The clean coffee is just a clean, easy to, not
Nice.
necessarily local, but yeah,
Yep.
I really love them. Yeah.
Have you heard of Cafezia coffee?
No, no.
That might be another podcast episode. I should probably have her on the show, even though she doesn't do landscaping, but
Oh,
Cafezia is local.
okay.
So Jenna Goodhand actually owns and operates Cafezia, and it's a coffee
Nice.
brand that infuses herbs
Ooh.
with the coffee beans. So you actually don't like the caffeine doesn't hit you like a wall. It actually
Yes.
kind of it's like a time release,
Okay,
if that makes
different.
sense. Jenna would
Yes.
be able to explain it so much better than me. But I know you can get it at Farm Boy.
Okay.
But
I look.
for me personally, as a huge coffee lover, it
Mm-hmm.
was a game changer for me. So
Nice,
it's
because
called
yeah,
Cafetia coffee. And yeah, there's like herbs and stuff in it. So good.
sweet.
So good.
Very different.
Um, so the next question on here was your favorite outdoor place or location that you like to visit. And you did
Yeah.
mention Algonquin. So have you been many times?
I do. I have. Yeah. I love backpacking.
Nice.
So instead of canoeing, because I usually went by myself, and you
Canoe's
need,
hard to do by yourself.
yeah, and I'm not a strong one with somebody,
Right.
so yeah, strap my backpack on my back, and there's one trail in particular that I've circled the loop several times in both directions, and it's just comfortable because it's almost, I know it and I know
Right.
what to expect.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it's still challenging at the same time.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
So have you seen many moose?
Not on a regular basis. I can't count on seeing a moose.
Okay. But have you seen one?
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There's been a few times where I'm all of a sudden face to one and I'm like, oh, that might not be good.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
huge.
they really are. Thankfully, they've just been girl mooses, but still, yeah.
Yep. I've recently taken an RV trip through Algonquin and you see all the caution like moose crossing signs, but we
Yes,
didn't
yeah.
see one. And we were really hoping we saw caribou, which is still
Mm,
awesome. But when you see a moose, like
yeah,
they're just huge.
they really are. The tip I got from several places I've worked before is early spring when the snow's melted and the salt is
Um,
on the side of the road. Go up
yeah,
super early in the morning and you'll for sure see one on the side of the road eating the salt.
that makes so much sense. We were there in the fall.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah.
And so, but one of your favorite places is a farm beside your bees. So do you keep bees
Yes.
yourself?
I started this year because why not start a business and beekeeping in the same year?
Why
That sounds like
not?
a good
Yeah,
idea.
just pile it on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just let's learn everything at once.
love that.
Yeah. So a friend of mine has a big farm outside of Stratfordville, and her beekeeper was getting out of the business because it was his full-time business and he couldn't afford to keep losing bees each year. So
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I want to try it on the side. So I bought his hives from him or his boxes and bought some bees, and me and a friend got into it together, and we've had an adventure this summer trying to keep our bees alive.
Wow.
So,
Yeah,
but
there's a
it's
whole bunch of things that from the outside, and I mean, I'm definitely on the outside, don't get me wrong. But
great.
we
So
have,
am I feel like still too. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
My husband's cousin actually is a beekeeper
Mm.
in Kawartha Lakes. So
Oh
Kawartha
yeah.
Lakes honey,
Yeah.
that's
Oh, okay. Nice.
yeah, my husband's cousin. And just hearing him talk about the issues and the problems and when pest comes through or if a disease
Yes.
comes
Yeah.
through, there's so many things that the general public really we have no idea about.
It's incredible. Just, I mean, but when you go there, it's almost as if you can hear the first time I heard the hum when the hives were big enough to kind of give off their bee hum, which
Yeah.
is absolutely relaxing. And
Wow.
I love just standing near it without my suit on. I don't go into the hives. I'm not that brave yet without
Yeah.
my suit. Um, but just watching them go in and out of their hives to the fields and whatnot, I love that moment of just quietness before I tick them off by opening up their hives.
Right.
Um, but yeah, even just getting the sense you're happy, I'm not going to go deeper into you, but something's not right with you today, and you dig a little deeper and you find the problem. But the way you can kind
Mm-hmm.
of almost sense it, like you're not as happy as I feel like you should be for some reason,
Yeah, you're giving it
and
kind
and,
of a different energy than usual.
and it's really the only way because I don't know anything else. But I'm like, nope, I think we need to dig deeper into this hive because there's a pest or the queen's gone for some reason. Who knows
Oh,
why? Yeah. So
oh my gosh, so
it's so interesting.
so many things with them.
Yes, yeah.
Um,
It's been a learning curve again.
and so
Again.
are your bees like close to your own property? Because I know that you had
No,
mentioned on the questionnaire like you've got lots of produce and stuff like that. So is it at a different location?
it is a different location. Yeah, I'm just in town, so I can't have bees in Thamesford.
Right.
But so this is a good 50-minute drive, so it's a trip,
Mm-hmm.
but it's worth it. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And so favorite, just moving along here on the
Yeah.
questionnaire, one of
Yeah.
your thing is favorite garden plants.
Hmm.
And you mentioned coral bells.
This year I'm just loving the corbels. I don't know why. I've been doing all shade garden designs, I feel like this year. It's just all
Yep,
about the shade. And so corbels just are easy color.
they
And
are in the shade.
yeah,
Absolutely.
and the bright reds. I love the reds and the caramels and the burnt colors. And
Yep.
naturally I love that. So when I get to put that into someone else's garden, I'm like, yay.
Yeah,
Uh so yeah, because it's just been all shade gardens this year. So
right.
trying to keep it interesting and different,
Yep.
or just corbels. Yeah. Yeah.
I totally
So
feel that. I do a lot of shade gardening myself, and that seems to be something that a lot of people struggle with.
Yes. Yeah.
And the biggest thing that I tell clients or other designers or my students, because I'm teaching at Fanshawe,
Okay.
is that with a shade garden, look at the foliage,
Right. It
right?
is.
Because so many times as a
Mhm.
designer and as a garden consultant, I'm going into a shade garden that is
Yeah.
very mature, but
Yep.
it is all dark green.
Right.
And I mean,
Yes.
even just incorporating a white variegated hosta can
All the
light
time.
up a corner,
Yep. Yep.
right?
Exactly.
The lime, I think there's a lime zinger coral bell.
Okay. Yes.
Beautiful. And
If
it
you
is
go
the
into the
brightest
Wortley,
chartreuse green.
yeah, yeah, I used maybe not that exact one, but on the Wortley property, he wanted a pollinator garden. I went, you're half shade.
Yep.
But to brighten it up, yeah, I've got the red coral bells, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna take these bright green ones for this deep shade spot
Yeah.
because it needs to be brightened up. Yeah.
Oh, well, and there's definitely lots of like pollinator friendly stuff, but I know
Yeah.
another one for dry shade is the epimedium, the barrenwort, because you
Epimedium.
get
Oh
fall
yes.
color.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
does flower, but then the leaves also get nice and bright. The
Ooh.
bugloss, the Brunera,
Oh yeah. 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 Yeah.
silver foliage, but then you get a blue flower, which isn't very common, right?
No,
Seeing
and
the
I did
blue.
find a blue flower. Yes, I did find that one for the Wortley Road garden. It's
Yeah,
doing not badly this year.
very nice. And the Canada anemone is
Oh
also
yeah, yeah.
really nice. It fills in, it naturalizes, bright white flower, great for
Mm,
pollinators, and it's native.
right. Yeah, that
So
one was
that's
a good
another
one.
really good one. But yeah, coral bells for the win. It's like if you
Yeah.
have a trouble spot, as long as it's not baking in the sun all
Yeah,
day long and
exactly.
it's dry sand, anything
Yes.
except that condition, your coral bells will probably be fine.
Exactly. Yeah. Which
So,
it's funny you say that because last year I did a job for someone in Strathroy, which is all sand. And I had bought all the plants and she had gone to the garden center just because she wanted to. And she's like, Jen, I found these gorgeous coral bells. And this year they had just shriveled. I'm
yeah.
like, yep,
And
yep,
even with all
too
the
bad.
rain that we got, like this was a wet season,
It
but
really
when it wasn't
was.
raining, it was hot. And
Yeah,
if they're baking in the sun in
it
sandy soil,
just,
they're not going to do anything.
no. I'm like, well, we tried that one. That
We
didn't work.
tried.
We
Yep.
tried. They were
Moving on to the next
gorgeous
thing.
for the fall. Yeah.
Yeah. And well, and sometimes plants surprise us, right? So the tag might say, you know,
Yes. Yeah.
full depart shade and you plant it in the full sun and it does just great.
Exactly. Right.
I know one of the ones that always surprises me is the hydrangeas because
Yeah.
they're always sold as a part shade to shade plant, but if they
Yeah.
don't get sun, they don't flower.
No, exactly.
You
They
need to
they do
stress
need.
out them
Yeah.
in order to actually get a flower. So
Yeah.
very interesting how plants can surprise us. Look at
You
them
never
living
know. It's
outside the
all
box.
it's experience, right? It's just years of experience being like, you know what? Tried it, doesn't work.
Yep.
We should leave that one alone for now.
Right. And then also, I love how in this profession, there's always a surprise and there's always something more to learn. Like just when you think
Yes.
you
Yeah.
know something about a plant, you see it in like dark shade, full clay, and it's
Yeah.
thriving. And you're like, wait, what?
Why are you so why no. That
Why?
you're not that's not on the tag.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
So I love that about this. Because if I
Right.
get bored, then I'm out. Right? And this is a very satisfying profession to be in because you're always learning something new.
And and that's just it. You get to design someone else's house. So yeah, my house is done. Whatever. I can't fit anything else in it. So now I'll
Yep.
just move and do someone else's house. And
Right?
yeah, I get to instead of digging up my garden 50 times, I can go somewhere else.
Yeah, because I think once you're a gardener, you can't stop. You
No.
know, like you've got the bug. It's like, well,
Yeah,
my place is done. So where else can I dig and plant?
right. I
And then
want to
people
buy
hire us to
plants.
do it. It's pretty
I'm
awesome.
at a garden center. I need to buy something, but
But I
I
have
have
no
nowhere to put it.
space. Yeah. I feel you there. I feel
Yeah.
you there.
Yeah.
So if you're running out of space outside, do you keep houseplants? Are you a houseplant girl?
I do. I'm not really great at it. I don't water them enough, but we do have
Ah,
a little nook in our dining room area that we put a grow light on and some shelves. And
nice.
so they mainly stay alive, but somewhere in there brought home a plant that had scale.
Oh no, I'm
And
sorry.
so yeah, it's all over my Christmas cactuses and a few other things, and I try and keep it at bay, and I could throw everything out, but I'm like, it's so much work
It
to
is.
keep it at, like, the plants aren't dead, they're not thriving, and so yes, that it's just kind of sad because I just watched this scale do really well, and I take Q-tips with hydrogen peroxide and I'll pick them off and try and
Yep.
get as much as possible, and that'll last for a few months.
Yep.
Yep.
So the biggest thing, and it sounds really morbid,
Yeah.
but those little bastards need to drown.
So would
So
you say just like soak them under, turn them upside down?
nope. So actually, and I'm only saying from my experience because I don't actually
Okay.
know what plants you have,
Okay.
but a lot of plants, even cacti,
Yeah.
will survive and thrive with being completely submerged underwater for a
Oh.
short amount of time.
Oh.
So before I've also had a scale infestation. It was not
Yes.
fun.
No.
But what I did was I actually had a very deep, like a garbage pail,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
right? And I filled it with like lukewarm water or room temperature water
Yes.
with dish soap.
Oh,
So
okay.
just like your Dawn,
Mm-hmm.
because soap will kill the scale. But
Will
I
it? Okay. I thought
completely
they're
submerged the plants, like and
ah
held them under, right?
hmm,
It's very aggressive,
traumatic.
very
Yeah.
traumatic for the plant. I don't recommend doing it with children, but your house plants are totally fine. Do it with your plant babies, but not your human babies.
Fair. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna get kicked
Definitely.
off the internet one of these days. I
Right.
always tend to
No.
say something wrong, but anyway,
No.
do it with your
I agree with
plants.
you.
I'm talking about your plant babies, okay?
Yes.
They
Drown the
will
plant
survive a
babies.
drowning once in a while.
Yes. Yeah.
But with the Dawn in the warm water, completely submerging it, holding it under until the bobbles stop. I hope nobody turns into this or tunes into this podcast at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Just rewind a bit,
Exactly.
okay?
That's funny.
And then bring it out and make sure it fully drains, right? So it's
Okay.
got the holes in the bottom. I actually set
Yes.
them
Yep.
out on the driveway so that they
Okay.
had some sun,
Yep.
the water drained out. And then after they
Perfect.
were not completely dry,
Mm-hmm.
but after they weren't dripping anymore, then I took a Q-tip and wiped off any scale that I could see
Okay.
before, and I left them outside still a little bit before bringing them back in.
Just
So
to
that
make
seemed to
them
really diminish the scale quantity.
see, and that surprises me that the scale, because it's got a waxy finish. So I thought
Yeah.
the soap wouldn't touch it. Because if you get scale in a greenhouse, the chemicals we put on there,
Oh
oh
yeah,
my
really intense
goodness,
stuff.
it is, yeah, several sprayings just to get it to a killable state.
Yeah, and I think if you just spray scale, it lands on their waxy side,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But if you submerge it, it's like those things are
Oh,
breathing from somewhere.
true. I guess,
So,
right. Yeah.
it's just what's worked for me.
Yeah.
I feel for you because a scale infestation is not very fun,
Well,
but
because
hopefully,
I will try that definitely. Because I
okay.
don't want to throw out my plants. I don't
I
want to
know.
start. Yeah. Because I'm just going to bring scale in from somewhere else then.
Yep.
Or mealy.
And
Woo.
yeah, or spider mites. That's the one that
Oh,
really
I love
freaks me
those.
out.
Oh, I love spider mites. I hate spider mites so much.
Like it's funny. I'm good with bugs, most bugs. Hold on. I'm
See?
okay with most bugs, but spider mites, they give me the jeebies. Like
Oh,
I
man.
see them and I'm like, like I
See,
just,
and
yeah, no.
yeah, in the greenhouse, I largely took care of hibiscus,
Yep.
which, like, the tropical hibiscus, and every critter loves those, from the scale
Ugh.
to the mealy to the spider mite. And I could spot a spider mite spot from distance. I'm like, there's spider mite back there. Crap.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it doesn't bother me as much because I just know I know that, and I'm like, yep, it's there,
Yep.
and whatever. No.
The spider bites and the white fly. It's just like,
Oh, whitefly is almost harder to get rid of because they don't land necessarily.
yeah,
Yeah.
gross. Okay, let's stop talking
Okay.
about bugs. It's
All right.
making me itch. Like I'm like twitching and
They
scratching
don't
over here.
grow on you. Yeah.
Favorite piece of equipment? Is there something that you're using in the garden that you're like, man, this is a game changer?
You know what? It is I bought because building a new garden, you got to get rid of the sod.
Yeah.
I'm one who likes to get rid of the sod rather than bury it in cardboard and dirt or whatever.
Yep, get rid of it.
Yeah. And so I found a tool from Lee Valley, a sod lifter,
Yep.
and I love it. It just makes taking up sods so much easier. Not just it's like an edger, only it's on a tilt,
Yep.
and it's nice and sharp, and it just slices that right away. And
Yeah.
yeah,
It's a great hand tool and it's ergonomic
yeah,
because
exactly.
you could essentially it's like a spade. Like
Yeah,
it does have that sharp edge on it, but because of
exactly.
the angle, you can stand upright and
Yeah,
lift the sod right up.
and that's why it's nicer than a spade or a flat edge shovel, which isn't as sharp.
Yep.
And so this just cuts through it, and it just takes away so much time to
Awesome.
getting rid of the sod. So yeah,
Yeah.
that would be strangely my favorite tool.
That's the one. Not strange
Yeah.
at all. I'm
Okay.
I'm a huge fan of hand tools. If I can do a hand tool instead of a power tool, I will choose
Yeah.
it every time.
Well,
Part
and
of
I
it's
was
because
doing
I'm very sensitive to noise.
well, and I was doing a large area of sod, and I'm like, I could rent a solder, but then
Yeah.
I don't know how much dirt it's going to pull up. I'm not comfortable with this machine. How well is it going to get the corners?
Yeah.
And then also on the particular job, there was a power line buried super shallow that I had to watch for.
So you're hand
And
digging anyway.
yeah, the machine would have sliced right through it without looking twice.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
Nope. Sometimes hand tool is the way to go.
yeah.
So
So,
absolutely.
yes.
So we've got about 6 minutes here.
All right.
I did want to ask you about
Mm-hmm.
so the change from your previous work and then making the switch to full time and starting your business.
Mm-hmm.
So, but even before then, like
Right.
what got you into horticulture? Like why garden? Why horticulture? Why Fanshawe?
Oh, that's a question after high school.
Let's go back once upon a time
Once upon a
in a
time, I don't
faraway
know,
land.
in 2000. No.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't know what to do, and I realized I enjoyed gardening. I've loved gardening forever. Mom's had us in the garden weeding 10 cents a bucket, right?
Yeah.
And just always playing in the garden, switching it. I don't even know. So when I realized that landscape design was an actual thing in college,
Yeah.
I was like, well, I could do that. And I applied to Fanshawe and Guelph. And it was also the first year that Guelph was like joining up to Fanshawe, where you could do
Mhm.
3 years to equal 2.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, well, then I'll just start that and then go to Guelph afterwards, which I didn't end up doing, which is
Yeah.
fine. But yeah, I just realized, wait, I love gardening. It's actually a career. It's actually a
I
thing I
know.
can do. So yeah, I didn't go into it right away because the seasonality of the job is really tricky,
It's a
right?
little intimidating. Yep.
Yeah, because I've got this job for whatever months, a solid 2 months anyway, for sure. And then you have to stretch it out into the spring and the fall. But what do I do in the winter? So for a while, I did garden center, mall retail, garden center, mall retail. And then, yeah, found a full time as I got into the garden center, and I became more valuable and actually started growing the plants in the winter.
Yep.
And yeah, so that way I could have an all year round job at the garden center.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so.
That's so crazy. I mean, very similar to my story at 26,
Right.
discovering the term landscape design. I was like, what do you mean
Yes.
people will pay me to do this?
Yeah.
Right?
Like
just nuts. And it's interesting too that you mentioned the partnership between Fanshawe and Guelph.
Oh
Because
yeah.
not a lot of people know about that.
Oh
right?
no.
So like
That
you do
was
and it's such a perk because if you are wanting to become a landscape architect,
yeah.
right? You can bridge. So you do all you do the first 3 years landscape design at Fanshawe, and then you
Yeah.
bridge right into the undergrad program at Guelph.
Right.
And like you skip, I think the first 2 years or
yes,
year or
something like
3 years, or I forget how many years you skip at
I
Guelph.
don't know if honestly any of my classmates ended up doing that. I know they wanted to. I'm not sure if it
Mhm.
actually happened, but
I know a lot of mine
it
did. And a
it
lot
was a
of them
draw
are
for all of
working
us.
as like landscape architect or technicians. And
Nice.
it also didn't cater to me. Like it didn't,
Right.
I love my hands in the dirt.
Right. Not in front
And
of
the
a
landscape architect was much more behind a computer.
yes. Yeah,
And
exactly.
I like to be on the front lines. I want to get in
Yeah.
there, you
Right.
know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even owning your business, they're like, do you want to be a work for yourself or have people working for you? Well, no, I want to do the work. I don't want to tell other people what to do.
Yep.
I want to be there. But
Absolutely.
mhm,
We still have a couple minutes left, so I've got a couple more questions for you.
sure.
I know, working by yourself, you also started officially this year, your business,
Yes.
which is
Yeah.
huge. I mean,
Yeah.
congrats, by the way, if I didn't say that already. That's just, that's not an
Thanks. Yeah.
easy decision for anybody to make, and it's scary to make that leap to do it.
It
So
is. It is.
good on you.
Yeah.
One of the questions you asked, or that I ask, is what does the average day look like? And you're like, it varies. There's no normal. And of course not. Right? We're solopreneurs. Every day is
There
different.
is. There's no normal. No.
Every
Yeah.
client is different. Their
It
needs are
is.
different.
Yeah.
The properties are
I
different.
exactly.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
love that you gave a
Am I
shout out to
going to
your
go buy
brother.
plants today for a big job? Am I yes.
Oh,
Well, and
sorry.
he's also my if I need a second hand, I hire him on. So he comes and helps me. So I don't have to train anyone and tell them what to do. I'm just like, brother, you know what you're doing.
Brother.
You know what to expect from me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just subcontract him out to help
I
me.
I get that. So I have also hired one of my brothers out on a job. There was a deck
Nice.
removal that I
Oh
just did
yeah,
not want to do by myself. And he came
exactly.
to my rescue.
Yep.
So I've got 3 brothers working in the trades. Um,
Perfect.
so we now have less than a minute, so I didn't get to
Okay.
everything that I wanted to do. We're gonna just have to do another episode in season 2.
Right? Yeah,
So
there you go.
hopefully before we get cut off, very quickly, can you recommend a book?
Oh no, no. Not really. I'm not a
Okay,
reader. I'm not a reader.
that's okay. You said yes, so I will follow up. But
Oh, okay.
that's okay. We'll get it in the email afterwards. Jennifer, thank you so much for
You're
coming on the
welcome.
show.
Thank you for having me.
Your business is Joy of Gardening, and I hope lots of people call you up.
All right. Thank you so much, Heather.
Okay, cheers.
Bye.
That concludes this week's episode, hosted by me, Heather Gerard at My Landscape Artist. Now, before you go, here's some info about our sponsor, ext.tech. In today's fast-paced world, your landscaping business needs modern solutions to keep up with the change. That's where EXT comes in. EXT is revolutionizing the way you manage projects and streamlines your landscaping, snow removal, and construction operations. Instead of juggling 5 different software packages, endless spreadsheets, losing track of leads, and missing out on potential sales, you could be leveraging AI job routing, client management, and financial insights with a modern mobile app that employees love to use. With EXT's flat rate pricing, you'll never be caught off guard. If you're ready to revolutionize and grow your landscaping business, visit ext.tech today to learn more. And for additional savings, use the code HOPS10 at checkout, or just tell them that Heather sent you. See you next week for another episode of Hops and Hedges.